Next on the Fox 44 News at 9, the national leader of the Ku Klux Klan has disavowed any connection with tomorrow's planned Klan march in Central City, Kentucky. Angela Gariak has a full report. U.S. troops prepare for possible action in the African country of Somalia, even as tensions erupt into civil war in the South American Republic of Venezuela. And in segment 3, the Christmas shopping season is officially underway. Good evening, I'm Tim Black. Traditionally, it is the biggest shopping day of the year. Shoppers were up.
From Fox and WEVV TV, this is News at 9, the Tri-State's fastest-growing newscast, with Paul Morrison, Kurt Dusterberg on sports, and meteorologist Pete Grigsby, with your AccuWeather forecast and advanced Doppler radar. From CBS and WEVV TV. Around the Tri-State, your news starts now.
Evansville's minor league baseball team, the Evansville Otters, may soon have a new owner.
Good afternoon, everybody. We'll have more on that in a moment, but first, U.S. Postal investigators.
From CBS 44, WEVV TV. Around the Tri-State, your news starts now.
Good evening, I'm Mike Puccinelli. At 4:20 this afternoon, an unusual festival got...
Tornadoes ripped through parts of the Midwest, leaving death and destruction in their wake.
And sexual abuse charges are filed against a religious leader in Owensboro. Those stories are next on CBS 44 News at 5.
CBS 44, WEVV, your home for news. Now your first look at today's news and weather.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Dopkin.
And I'm Angie Humphrey. After a night of terror, today is a day of searching. After a year and a half of picketing and contract negotiations, it could be more bad news for Henderson's AccuRide union employees.
And Owensboro's Executive Inn may have a for sale sign out front after a Florida judge's recent action. CBS 44 News at 10 starts now.
This is WEVV. Now starting with 10 minutes of uninterrupted news, weather, and sports. Here is CBS 44 News at 10.
After an 18-month stalemate between AccuRide and its union workers, a new development tonight, but not the one the union employees wanted to hear.
Live from Studio 44 in downtown Evansville, you're watching 44 News. Live from Studio 44 in downtown Evansville, 44 News at 5 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to 44 News at 5. I'm Amanda Decker.
And I'm Chris Serenelli. An Evansville police officer is suspended after being charged with strangulation.
You're watching 44 News with Chris Serenelli and Amanda Decker.
Welcome back. Hillary Clinton has maintained for months now that the personal email search
starts now.
Planning the county budget for the year ahead. Good evening and welcome to 44 News at 5. I'm Amanda Decker. The Vandenberg County Council met earlier today to go over.
Live from Studio 44 in downtown Evansville. 44 News this morning at 6 starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 22nd. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tommy Mason.
And I'm Shelby Coates. Thanks for watching 44 News this morning at 6. It's almost summer vacation for
Studio 44 in downtown Evansville. 44 News at noon starts now.
Communities across the tri-state are dealing with widespread flooding this afternoon, and now crews are preparing for more.
4 in downtown Evansville. 44 News at 10 starts now.
We continue to following breaking news out of Evansville. One person has been pulled from a submerged car that went into a retention pond earlier this evening. Thanks so much for joining us on 44 News at 10. I'm Amanda Decker.
And I'm Chris Serenelli. This happened at the Holiday Retirement Village.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News this morning at 5 starts now.
Taking a peek outside on this Tuesday morning. That's a live look at down.
We'll be returning. We're going to be talking about that coming up in your full forecast.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News this morning at 8 starts now.
Well, good Monday morning, Tri-State. The time 8 o'clock if you are just waking up. It is July 13th.
Breaking news right now at noon. The Supreme Court sides with DACA, handing a second defeat this week to the Trump administration as the president attempted to end legal protection granted to some immigrants during the Obama administration. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brian Miller. Young immigrants brought to the U.S.
Now at noon in Evansville, daycare has voluntarily closed after the owner's husband was arrested for allegedly molesting an 8-year-old child. President Trump arrives in Vietnam, what to expect from his second summit with North Korea's Kim Jong-un.
Boy, what a nice afternoon we're seeing out there. Temperatures in the 50s, sunshine. How long does it last? The answer straight ahead.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News at noon starts now.
Good afternoon. Welcome to 44 News at noon. I'm Veronica Duquette. And
there's good news for Indy as police take a look at the latest crime numbers across the community, whether you should feel safe when visiting the Circle City.
President Trump's former lawyer wrapping up day 1 of 3 days of testimony on Capitol Hill. He is already headed to prison, so what does he plan to say about the president?
And a Hoosier family is looking for answers after someone stole a car that's been in the family for decades. I'm McLeod Hegeman.
I'm Amanda Decker. Those stories and more right now at 9:30.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News at 9 starts now.
Well, former Trump Organization attorney Michael Cohen is expected to go behind.
Focused on family and the community. 44 News at 10 starts now.
Now at 10, a weather alert for parts of the tri-state as another round of winter weather.
Director for UE, his vision for the future. Then the debate over masks takes a nasty turn. 44 News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to local news, this is 44 News at 6.
First tonight, the man charged in the murder of a Wayne County deputy, Sean Riley, will be in court tomorrow following an attempted escape from his jail cell. In the past month, Ray Tate pled guilty to
9 starts now.
Dedicated to local news, this is 44 News at 9.
First at 9, COVID-19 cases surging across the country and here at home. Here at home. Tonight, the tri-state reporting more than start right now at 10.
Dedicated to local news, this is 44 News at 10.
First at 10, an early Saturday morning shooting leaves 2 people dead in Du Bois County.
Thanks for watching CBS 44.